Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we're back, finally, from the city of Miami after several days of lost travel to tell you about our time down in Unrivaled. It was our second opportunity to go, and we had a blast, some great games, some very exciting moments throughout the weekend, and I'm excited to get into all of it. But before we do, Kristen, how are you?
I'm so happy to be home.
This is not a slight on Miami. This is a slight on the Miami International Airport.
Yeah, and American Airlines, okay? We obviously knew we're probably not getting home on Sunday.
Correct.
Because there was a big snowstorm.
Yes.
We looked at flights Saturday night. We were like almost going to do that, being, proactive, but there weren't any flights Saturday night available. So we had a flight scheduled Monday. We go to the airport. We're sitting in the airport for hours. Flights canceled.
Yep.
Nothing available Tuesday. So we had to
rebook to Wednesday.
Rebook Wednesday. Tuesday morning, we wake up. Wednesday's flight already canceled.
Gulp.
So I was like, I need to get out of here. We didn't have enough clothes. We didn't have our laptops, so we couldn't work. So like John had to take PTO days for these days. We had to keep paying for our Airbnb. We went to 3 different Airbnbs because they weren't helping find hotels, and any hotels around the airport were full.
Yep.
It was just such a disaster.
Consider renting a car to drive home. Didn't do that because you couldn't get a car.
No cars. Any place we called, they wouldn't let us drive one way. They're like, well, you have to get the car back here to Miami. I was like, well, that's not happening.
You're going to return it, right? No.
So no one would let us do that. So finally, how we had to get home. It was like an insane day of travel yesterday on Wednesday. Nothing, Miami airport, horrible. We had to take a train to Orlando. Orlando airport was great.
Yes. We took the Bright Line. If you've ever been on the Bright Line, immaculate train. I loved it. I was very much a fan of the Bright Line.
Yeah. And then we had to fly United, American Airlines. Boo.
AA, bye.
United to Newark.
Yes.
Because Philly was a disaster.
Yeah.
Then we had to take the Amtrak to Philly.
Yeah.
It's just a very long day. So that's why this is coming to you late. We are sorry. We did not enjoy the past few days of our lives. Everyone around us was like, oh, just enjoy Miami. It's so nice there and it's freezing here. And I said, yeah, it is nice. It was beautiful. We were sitting
weather
by the pool, but I was just very unprepared to be there 3 extra days. And maybe that's on me. But
it's just it's a mental barrier more than anything else. It's very much a first world problem, but it's just like, I don't want to be spending all this when I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah.
But now we're back. And tomorrow, as we're recording this Thursday night, Friday is Philly is Unrivaled. We've got all the players already in our wonderful city, eating cheesesteaks, walking around Reading Terminal, practicing in Xfinity Mobile. And even though we were down in Miami for as long as we were, that doesn't mean that I'm not crazy excited for tomorrow's games. I am stoked. I can't wait to see with the larger audience.
Yeah, I cannot imagine how insane it's going to be in the arena.
Yeah.
Because for the past, last year and this year when we've gone, the arena down in Miami is like literally 1,000 people. if not less than that. And this is just going to be so much bigger. So it's going to be crazy. And they're going to add, I imagine, more seats on the sidelines of the court because it's a smaller court than the typical NBA court that's there.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be crazy.
It's going to be insane. But if you are planning on coming out to Philly as Unrivaled and you want to say hi, send us an email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Leave us a message on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. If you came down to Philly and you loved it and you want Philly to host more events with these incredible athletes, subscribe to the YouTube. Tell your friends and family about the show, about Unrivaled, about the goings on in the W. And just continue to support the show. And we'd love to hear from you. So we talked briefly about our experience down there in Sephora Arena. Now let's pivot back to our trip in Miami and talk about the good stuff, the meat of the trip, not the sitting by the pool, the actually going to the event. I think this year, in year 2, they stepped it up just enough for me to notice the major changes. I'll say just off the rip. More stuff in between downtime. So more games, more like interacting with the audience. The stores were packed with pretty much any jersey that you wanted. It's really hard to get a Paige Bueckers jersey, but I was able to get a Natasha Cloud jersey because I came to the realization that, look, I can't pick. I was a Lunar Owls fan year 1. I'm not the same level of Lunar Owls fan year 2. I should just pick a Philadelphia player that I love. Natasha Cloud, Kalia Copper, well, who's it going to be? And then I just ended up going, because I like ghosts and stuff, to picking a Phantom jersey. And I love the way that it looks. And I like the way that it fits. And now I feel like I'm excited to bring that with me tomorrow to tomorrow's events. All the pregame stuff that they let you into, the Fan Fest, is still really fun, and the energy is so lively. And now that they added more seats to the arena, it was packed every single night, but there was just a little bit of extra juice in the crowd because, now it's not, like you said, it's not 900 fans, it's 1,100 or 1,200, however many more seats. I think it's 1,000.
I think it's
1,000. Yeah. But it was 900 last year, and they definitely added more seats.
Yeah, and they added more of a hype squad. Like last year, I feel like it was only the one guy who kept running back and forth, which was hilarious. And the same guy was there this year, but then it was like a whole team of people that were hyping you up the whole time. So that was great. The games in between were really fun. One of them came up and asked me, have you ever played basketball? I was like, you don't want me trying to shoot this ball. No. It's not true that you haven't played basketball. You just haven't played it on like an actual level enough to feel confident. I have never been on a basketball team. I've never played basketball. I said, sorry, no, I'm not doing one of your games. You could have been the Cheez-It player of the game, the Cheez-It audience member of the game. Kristen would have had to do the game where you have to make a layup and then a free throw and then a 3 against somebody else going on the other side. Unfortunately, though I have seen her make each of these shots, I think she would have gotten crushed, unfortunately. Yeah. But the benefit was that the person that did end up doing it was from our section, and she won, and we all got Cheez-Its. Yeah, so we wouldn't have gotten Cheez-Its had I been the contestant. Yeah, so thank you to that girl that won on our behalf. I will say we were there on Hive Club Night. Yes. One of the nights. And that was really fun. It was really cool seeing Monique Billings on the broadcast, although we couldn't hear her at all. We didn't, hear anything she said. But I saw afterwards how people thought she did a great job. People said, oh, Mo's going to have a career in broadcasting. So honestly, I feel like we should go back. It's only one half of the game. I would love to go back and listen to what she was saying. Yeah. That's a good point. And then they had a lot of interactive moments with Sanaya, Sony, Kelsey Mitchell, the other like members of the Hive. They were like sitting on the court, like right in front of us, basically, so we could like see them the whole time, and they kept like interacting with a ton of fans. So it was cool to have that dedicated night for that club when you know they're all going to be there.
Right.
Because when a team's not playing, like usually the players aren't there.
Right.
So it was cool that all of them were there for people to interact
Right.
with.
And on club night, it's like the first 250 fans or the first however many fans that show up can get autographs. So like kind of how when we were there, they had to cancel a game and they just had the players come out and sign autographs. This club night, if you're there, you get the opportunity to get those, that at least that specific team. And of course, you know, I felt like this year we were seeing more players than last year sitting in the stands. So like you'd see players walk by or sit like 2 rows away from you. And that's always cool that they're like among everybody else. They're just like, they're just viewing it like everybody else. We see like Ryan and Alicia come from the back to sit, you know, courtside. And it's like, look at the two of them and they're in their sweats and their cool sneakers. And like, they're just chilling, just enjoying a game of basketball.
Yeah, I really just love that. I love that element of like, I just feel like I'm in their bubble.
Yeah.
Like for this certain amount of time. Like they're sitting so close to you. This stadium is so small. And there was one day, or I guess 2 days, where Natalie Nakase was there. So she was sitting in the stands with all the Valkyries players. And that was really cute to see.
Kate just came over after the Breeze game and just sat wearing her jersey, like didn't get changed, had to go see Nat.
Yeah, so it's just so cool, like seeing those little behind the scenes kind of things. And every player was so nice.
Yeah.
Like when a fan came up and wanted a picture or wanted an autograph, they always said yes. So very fun. I love seeing the players in their element like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And on the court. On the court. I mean, we should say that we were treated to some very, very excellent games this weekend. I mean, just to start off rip, Dominique Malunga dunked.
Yes.
Like right in front of our faces.
Literally, I'm so sad I wasn't recording.
Yeah. And the night before, because Kristen and I went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Originally, we were only going Friday, Saturday. Our plans get moved. We go Sunday. Monday night, when we were still in Miami, we went to a sports bar and we said, turn on TNT. And they did, because we were the only people in there. And we made friends with the waitresses and said, this is played like right here. Like, oh, I didn't realize that. Well, now you know. And we were recording, this is on Friday night, we were recording BG, like every time BG had the ball, because we're like, maybe BG's going to dunk. And then did not think the next day.
I said at the start of that game with Dominique, I said, she's going to dunk this game because I just want that to happen. And then she did, like in the next 5 minutes.
Well, Paige, when Dom won tip, Paige got it and then hit a head pass to Dom for the layup. And I was like, Dom, you should have flushed that. And then, like you said, it literally like 10 minutes later she does. And I'm like, oh, man.
So we were blessed to see Dominique dunk. That was a very exciting moment. Everyone went crazy. Like everyone just stood up.
I was jumping out of my seat.
Yeah, it was so cool.
Electric.
So hopefully we see more of that in the future.
It kind of makes me wonder. Even in the promos for Philly as Unrivaled today, Cam Brink was dunking. Is somebody going to try to dunk tomorrow? Kind of feels like maybe yes.
Yeah, why not?
Just keep that in mind.
Well, also on the Breeze, we had our first development pool player play.
Yes.
Kiana Williams came in because Rakia Jackson was out for this game, and Ari McDonald has not played for the Breeze since the first game. So we saw Kiana Williams, and she was like amazing right from the beginning.
Really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a sharpshooter right away.
Yes. So that just shows you how these development pool players can be so impactful. And I hope that shows the rest of these clubs that it's not like it doesn't have to be risky to play them.
Right. Well, unfortunately, in the same weekend, we had a Laces game where they only had 4 active players. They did not assign a 5th player. It was kind of remarkable that they were just playing down when they could have had an extra body.
And really, like, What? Because Maddie got hurt,
Yes, Maddie got hurt.
which we did not. We were at the game when Maddie played the game before.
Yes.
I did not see 1 second of her being hurt.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, the next game, she's not playing. She's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say, we saw Maddie at the pool.
Mm-hmm.
And she had like a tape on her foot, but not like really her whole foot, just a little bit on the top of her foot. And then she had a boot next to the chair. So something with her foot is hurt.
Right, foot or ankle.
No, I would say foot. But Unrivaled is just so hush-hush about injuries. So
Well,
that's...
they're not hush-hush. They're not as hush-hush as they were last year, but they're very non-specific.
Yeah.
But that was forcing her out.
It was just like a shock. All of a sudden, Maddie was hurt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I had no idea why. So that's that. I will say, we, at the end of the game, this must have been Saturday
night,
when Laces played. Maddie like came over at the end of the game and hugged this like man and woman, this older couple, and then went back to take a picture. So once we were leaving, they were standing right in front of us. They were wearing like Villanova shirts as Maddie went to Villanova. So I was like, "Hey, are you Maddie's mom and dad?" Because everyone in the stadium, like, you're all talking to each other. Like, it's very friendly. It's very like anyone you see, you just like say hi to them. It's so friendly in the arena. You talk to like a ton of strangers. So I was like, "Hey." And she said, "Oh no, we're her aunt and uncle." I was like, "Oh, so cool. Like, we're from Philly. We, have been to Villanova. So cool that you're here." And then we were talking about Philly and Villanova. So that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, understandably so. I think you probably thought it was her parents because that same night we were celebrating Naz Hillman's mom's birthday.
Yes, Naz Hillman's mom was everywhere this weekend.
We saw her all the time.
We kept seeing Naz
Yes.
Hillman's mom.
Yes. Okay.
Well, for the Laces.
Yeah. What about the Laces?
Okay, so Maddie was hurt. AT and Jackie were both like questionable, but ended up playing, but played very few minutes.
Yes. It was effectively Naz, Slim, and Jordan Canada, and then like a little bit of Jackie, a little bit of AT, and they were able to get it done. Which I guess that's why, I said earlier that they were basically playing with 4 players. They were playing with 5 players, but they should have just rested one of AT or Jackie and brought somebody in. But they decided not to do that. We did get a scoop.
We got a scoop.
Yes. One of the handful of players that we had the opportunity to talk to in a little bit of larger detail was Emily Enksler. And if you didn't see Emily Enksler's Instagram story, she had a surgery on her eye. And sounds like something happened in practice, to not be specific. But she told us that Andrew Wade, who she played under, had told her that if, I wanted to call you, I wanted to get you onto our squad to play that night because we needed a big. Because I think they were planning on resting AT and they just decided not to. They had to play her. And Emily was bummed because she wanted to play. And I think it would have been cool to see another development player get another opportunity to play with the Laces. Emily Enksler's a player that I've wanted to see play ball down there, but it doesn't sound like she's going to get a chance to play Unrivaled this season because of what happened.
She told us she's not going to be playing for the rest of the Unrivaled season. So yeah, if you saw her story, I'm sure she'll post more about it. She's not like hiding it, but her eye is like pretty gnarly looking.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Wishing the best. She was so nice.
She was so sweet.
Nice.
She like came over to us at the pool. So if you're ever down there, sit by the pool. And she was like, "Hey, do you guys like have an outlet around here? Like I need to charge my phone." We were like, "Oh yeah, like over there's one." So she was like, "Okay, thanks. Like, can you just like watch my phone while we were like, "Oh, sure." So we're like watching Emily Enksler's phone. And then when she comes back to get it, she was like, "So I'm Emily. Like, who are you guys?"
What are you guys? Are you guys locals? No.
We were like, "No, we're here for Unrivaled. We know that like you're Emily Enksler."
we're kind of trapped. Like, we're trying not to be weird about it. Like, we're
Yeah,
just
like we
hanging at
tried
the
to be
pool.
chill, but then she was so sweet. We had such like a nice conversation with her. She was like, "Oh, what book are you reading?" I'm reading It, which I had like saw her reading, and I was like, "Oh, my book is called The Gunkle." She's like, "Oh, what's it about?" It's like, it's about these kids. They spend the summer with their gay uncle.
She's like, oh, the community.
Yeah, she loved that. But she's like reading a very dense, like
Horror novel.
critically acclaimed novel, probably. And I'm reading The Gunkle. But it was fun. It was very nice.
It's awesome. You're going to love it.
I am
I'm
going to
give it to you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of the hunt. But are you getting the thrill of the best deals? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love with the most savings and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores and even stack sales on top of cash back. It's easy to use and you get your cash back through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app and never miss a deal. Or go to Rakuten.com to start getting the most bang for your buck. That's RAKUTEN.
Thanks, Ashley, for being here. You are.
So that's the laces.
Yes, that's what's up with laces. Let's talk about the Hive, because I think Natisha Heidemann finally coming into her own had her weekend that she's been looking for, her game really, where she got absolutely hot and helped the Hive come back against the Lunar Owls.
Finally.
Basically saved them from themselves. They didn't want to be the team that's 1-6. Now they're 2-5 and they're tied with the Vinyl. So they have a shot of being that 6 seed.
Yeah, that's like,
Who knows?
it's crazy because you look at the Hive, you're like, this team should
work.
be better than it is. It's just Sonia has not found her rhythm. And before this, Natisha had not found her rhythm, but she totally did this weekend. So I am like thrilled for her for that. And I hope, I don't know if they're thinking of changing up the starting 3, but I would think that T gets a little nod in the next game or 2 and she gets a start, especially because Sonia just it hasn't been working out.
Yeah, the only thing that's tough is that Sonia's the captain. So I feel like, oh, you got to start the captain. But I think it would make sense to give her a break.
Yeah.
Not don't play her, but just give her some run off the bench. Make it a little easier for her. Let T see if you can win another game with T, then who knows? Maybe then Sonia can feel a little confident that the team's winning in general and move on to that.
Yeah. So the Hive got their win over the Lunar Owls, 1-point win.
Yes.
So that was a really good game.
Great game.
Something about the Lunar Owls, it's like Skylar Diggins is still not starting.
Yeah.
Which is just kind of weird to me because it's not like her minutes were restricted at all. She played 17 minutes, but she's not starting.
Yeah,
So I
they're
don't
still
really
starting
get that.
back.
Yeah.
And their best 3 is clearly Sky, Marina, and Aaliyah.
They're starting back. She had 0 points.
Yeah.
She had 3 rebounds.
Yeah. I don't really know honestly, I don't really know what to do about the Owls. I don't. I think they're just not able to scheme up things that make Beck or Rachel Banham effective. So they're playing with 3 players where every other team is playing with 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And you can't take a development player when you have 5. You need to go down to 4.
I hope that they can work something out with Temmie. I think that's their next opportunity. But Temmie only had 2 points in this game. She only played 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah, true. I unfortunately forgot about Temmie. Temmie, we know she's a talented player, but it's tough. It's really tough for the Owls right now.
Yeah.
If we're going to move to another club, Rose Basketball Club had a better weekend. They went 1-1. In that first game that we saw them Friday night, It was a loss, but Shakira Austin was in true, like, her peak form. I was like, I think I recall saying, I don't think I've seen Shakira play better ball than I've seen her play tonight. And it's unfortunate that they lost that game, but when she gets going and when they're able to feed her, she can be so effective and she's so strong. And it's different because the games that we're seeing them, it's Chelsea, like we've said in the past, going demon mode. And now it's kind of Ka going demon mode, having her best game of the season in their win.
Ka was great.
But I very complimentary of Shakira Austin. I think great weekend for her as a whole, and good for the Rose, who lost 3 in a row to win and get back in the win column.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was looking like if they lost 2 games this weekend, would have been pretty bad for them.
Very bad.
But Chelsea was not taking no for an answer this weekend, and they got their 10-point win over the Phantom. The Phantom kind of had an interesting weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They finish, 4-3, now tied with the Rose. When they were playing against the Rose, I did think, as Shakira had a great night, I think Kiki did not. Kiki struggled against Shakira, which I thought was interesting as they played together in Washington.
That is a good little matchup.
So Shakira kind of knew how to beat up on Kiki a little bit.
Yeah, understandably so.
But they still have Aaliyah Boston, who is playing very well.
I think what I'll say about the Phantom is definitely one of the streakier teams in, like, I do think they can still win the whole thing. I think they could win the whole thing. If they're going on all cylinders, KP, Tosh, like, obviously they have, a ton of talent and a ton of scoring and good defense, good passing. Like, they have the recipe. It's just some nights they fall a little flatter than some other clubs, but they're kind of right where they want to be. They're one of 3 teams that are 4-3 right now, and they're going to be wrestling for, I don't really know how the playoffs are going to work with, like, a home court advantage or anything, but, like, if they draw a decent matchup, if they're able to, like, wiggle up to a 2 seed, then they could have a legitimate run. And it's just, it continues to be different than the Phantom that we saw last year. And more competitive teams, the better. What about the Mist?
Yeah.
Basketball Club. A good weekend for them.
Yes, a great weekend for the Mist. A great weekend for Arike. She was hot in the game on Friday. Had 21 points. She had like 4 threes in a row. It was incredible. That was Arike tier complimentary. And Alicia Gray, like, continues to be great.
Stewie's looking good.
Stewie's
definitely
looking better.
Like, all in shape. No visible injury bugs.
Yes.
The Mist are kind of turning on all cylinders. And I still think, and a player that I haven't even given MVP buzz is my GOAT, Alicia Gray, who's, like, constantly scoring 25 plus every single game.
She's so quiet about it.
Right. It's crazy. And I feel like I'm disrespecting her that I haven't had her in my top 3. But she's very clearly, in my opinion, the best player on the 2 seed right now. So she has to be one of my MVP candidates.
Okay, well, there you go. She is.
She is.
Spoilers. Also on Sunday, Brianna Stewart, when she walked out to her introduction before the game, she was holding up a piece of paper that said "Abolish ICE."
Yeah.
And I will say, in the stadium, it would, like, you couldn't read what it said. The light is so bright on the player when they come out, like, it just looked like a white blank piece of paper. So there wasn't really any, like, reaction in the stands, but I feel like that's what I assumed it said. So it was very nice. After, while the game had started, I saw a picture of what it actually looked like. And I just love Stewie using her platform to say something about this. Other players have said things. Natisha Heidemann, Fee, the Players Association came out with a statement. Those players who play in Minnesota, there was a lot of Minnesota presence in the stadium, I would say. Like a lot of Lynx
a ton
jerseys.
of Lynx fans.
Yeah. Like way more than any other team.
Yeah. It was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
But it did, it made it extra effective. And it was, I don't know if that's why it was intentional, because ESPN was there. Alexa Filippo was there that day, that weekend. So it helped amplify that message, because like you said, I was literally recording the intros and I couldn't tell what it says.
Yeah, I like zoomed in really quick, like trying to read it, and you couldn't read it when you were in there. So I'm really glad someone got a good picture of her holding it up. And in her statement, she said, "We're so fueled by hate right now instead of love. So I wanted to have a simple message of abolish ICE, which means having policies to uplift families and communities instead of fueling fear and violence." And just coming from, this 2-time MVP who's incredibly respected in the league. Her wife, Marta, is not a U.S. citizen, is a citizen of Spain, and they have children together. And I just can imagine how scary it is seeing everything that's happening, not just in Minnesota, all over the country. In Philly, we've seen videos of people being beaten up, on the streets.
Families ripped apart.
Yep. And people not just dying in Minnesota, dying in detention facilities, dying all across the country. So I'm really glad that athletes, some NBA athletes are starting to really speak up about it. Some celebrities with obviously much bigger profiles than we have. But we very much stand with Minnesota. We want to see peace, and we want this all to stop. It's just for me, it just makes me feel sick. It makes me feel terrified to do anything.
Absolutely.
So
she said what needed to be said, and to use that platform on a nationally televised game, you do get to see the intros. So extremely, extremely powerful stuff by Stewie.
And I just think all we can do as a community in your local neighborhoods, just keep, helping anyone that you see, your neighbors, your friends, your family. Call your Congress people. That's what I've been doing. We can go to protests, stand with your community in a safe way.
Donate in ways, donate to organizations that helps protect those who are vulnerable to this, evil organization.
Yeah, just stand up, stand together. And then when it's time for you to vote on who's representing you, make that count.
Well said. Very well said.
Okay, well, last club to talk about is the Vinyl.
Yes.
They lost 2 games this weekend.
Tough look.
Yeah.
For the Vinyl.
Lost to Phantom, lost to Mist. Yeah, it's just, I am a little bit confused with a coaching decision in the 4th quarter in the loss to the Mist, where they only lost by 5 points. So it was a close game.
Yes.
They did not play BG or De'Erica at all.
Down the stretch.
In the 4th quarter.
Yep.
BG, she can foul. She can, I don't know. There's a little bit more. So she's not a starter. I get it. But to me, BG's incredibly effective on the court.
And she was in that game. She was. But she only played for 3 minutes? It was crazy. I was like, oh, and she was positive. So I don't understand why they didn't go back to her.
I don't understand why they're not using her in a different way. De'Erica, I don't understand why they did not play De'Erica. She had 16 points in this game.
But she was like a minus 16. It was probably analytics brain or something like that. But they needed the big, regardless.
Right.
It was insane.
I just didn't get it. Especially against the Mist, who have incredibly talented bigs. You need some bigs out there. I don't know. That was just, I was a little perplexed by the Vinyl coaching decision in that way.
Yes.
And now the Vinyl have lost 3 in a row. So are they going to bounce back this weekend? This weekend, they're playing the Hive, okay, and the Rose.
So if they're able to win 2, then you feel a lot better.
Yeah.
But
I mean, right now they're tied with the Hive, so that's kind of like a big game.
Huge game.
Yeah, huge game.
This is we just hit the halfway mark.
Yes.
There's 7 more games for each of these teams to play to decide seeding for the playoffs.
So at this point, every team has played every other team 1 time.
Yes.
So this is a very good snapshot of, where we could be at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean,
because now they'll play 1 more time for each club.
Right. And it shows us Laces and Mist are the clear 2 best teams. And then you have that middle pack of the Phantom, the Breeze, and the Rose. And now you've got this questionable Vinyl team. And then you've got what we thought were the bottom 2 in the Owls or the Hive. Maybe the Hive is ascending. If the Hive beat the Vinyl, then who the heck knows?
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of the speed round. We're going to be back. We're going to do another pod about Philly as Unrivaled because there's going to be so much going on with that. And we want to give our firsthand experience for that. And, for the people that are also there, feel like, oh, we were there with them. So look forward to that coming up after this weekend's event. But just love to be able to share our trip to Miami. I loved being there again. I would go back. I might not go back next year just because we're a little travel scarred.
Yeah.
Maybe next year we're going to go to AU.
Yeah, that was just really miserable getting home. But of course, going to the games was very enjoyable.
Yes.
Everyone you meet is very fun. It's a great experience in the games.
You really should try to get down there if you're thinking about it. If you're like on the fence about it, definitely do it. Totally worth it.
Yeah, would totally recommend. Next year might be different because, they might want to expand what they're doing next year.
Yeah,
we'll
might
see.
be a bigger tour. So we're looking forward to that. But anyway, that's going to do it for this week's show. Again, we'll be back very soon to talk more. If you'd like to send us an email, you could do so. attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Subscribe to the YouTube. Tell your friends and family about the show. And if you're going to Philly as Unrivaled tomorrow, have a blast. Let us know. We'd love to say hi. And go Unrivaled. Get very go Unrivaled. Very excited to see more and see what happens now that we're in the second half of the season. Well, that's going to do it.
And the one-on-one tournament.
Yes,
Excited
the one-on-one tournament.
That's coming up.
Yes, we'll get into all of that soon.
Who's your prediction? We should predict. When's that happening? Maybe we can predict
one-on-one?
next time. Yeah.
We can do it after this weekend.
Okay, I'm thinking about it.
I have not thought about who's going to win the one-on-one.
Me neither.
Probably a big. But who knows? I feel okay. We're probably going to do
maybe they'll switch up the seeding, who they play.
We knew the bracket ahead of time.
Yeah,
right?
maybe they'll switch it up this year. Yeah.
We'll do our mock bracket.
Yeah.
That's how we'll figure it out. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Kristen, I'm staring at the baseline. As always, what are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the Baseline. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll be back to talk about Philly as Unrivaled.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.